Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is Aspera. Little update on exactly where we are at the moment. I've run, like, I don't know, 3 years forward ahead of time. I built one additional spaceport just because I thought, hey, we've got 3 current spaceports that are currently working on importing nitrogen, and I will say things are going pretty darn well. I thought I'd build another spaceport so that I could utilize the aero braking of the nitrogen asteroid, which is just completed. But it is showing, you know, that we have a couple of flaws in our process. Actually, we need to be building more parts, I think, and more electronics, hence why I want to try and get a couple of additional electronics factories up and running, and perhaps an additional parts factory. Anyway, that's kind of by the by. That is what it is. This area, I think, should be fine. I don't think that we'll have any issues here. I think that this should all work. I hope that this is gonna work. This little outpost over there. This area over here, I still want to explore. And in fact, we're gonna plonk down an outpost immediately to see if we can try and get this area up and running, because I'm pretty convinced that that is what I want to do. Anyway, I think that this is going to be the last episode. I sincerely believe that there is a very, very good chance that we get across the line in today's episode, which is tremendously exciting. I do, of course, have to thank absolutely everyone who commented on the last video. It's really interesting to read everyone's thoughts, and I think for the most part, everyone's thoughts seem to mostly mesh with mine about the way that the game handles the information that it gives you, and the way that it sort of goes about letting you interact with. Let's put this over here. Let's not join the power networks quite yet. I do plan to access this area at some point, but not yet. But yeah, no, I think that there is rather a large amount of consensus. I'm surprised, to be honest, that I'm still playing the game. To be brutally honest, I thought I would have died. But no, we're still standing, as Elton John would like to say, and indeed, we are still standing. The prioritization is still really kind of funky. There was a suggestion, perhaps, that I just deprioritize absolutely every building. I mean, it's an idea. It's an idea. Maybe I could do that. If I do that, that might lead to success. But I don't know the process to do that without completely, you know, destroying the game. Also, there was another really interesting comment about ways. So the comment is that if you upgrade ways once, it doesn't upgrade them to the highest possible level. So let's upgrade the ways from here to here. Yeah. And so that's gonna allow me to upgrade it again? So when you upgrade, it doesn't actually upgrade to the maximum level. Wowzers, so you're telling me that I've been this whole time missing out on level 3 ways. So this is what a level 3 ways look like. Okay, alright, blisteringly fast apparently. Well, that is news to me. That is news to me. Look, I'm not entirely sure that I like that system, given that, I mean, it's really easy to get rid of the ways. If I was to delete this worker hub, for example, then that would delete all of the upgraded ways around, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't get my resources back. So, yeah, gotta be real careful that I don't do that. Anyway, we're within 10% of the oxygen target, which is really rather nice. Let's get this carbon mine built, and let's get a steel factory built. There we go. We'll build a steel factory over here. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to build a little outpost that is able to sustain, I say sustain life, sustain a research lab. That's all we really need, to be honest, and it's hopefully going to be made a little bit easier by the fact that we've got this area down here. I guess we'll wait and see. I guess we will wait and see. Let's grab a silicon mine after that. I know that there's no maintenance. It's a big old problem. It is indeed a big old problem. Prioritize the steel factory. Look at this. So the silicon mine is being built even though the steel factory is prioritized. What? Video game. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just do not get it. It's so strange. We now have 5 bits of iron. Prioritize. Yeah, no idea. No idea. It's such a strange world that we live in, eh? What a strange world. What a strange world. gonna need to get that over there. We're gonna need to get an electronics factory as well. Because we're gonna need to extend the power line a little bit. Requires chemicals. This is a chemical plant. What am I doing? No, 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 not a chemical plant. A electronics factory. That's the ticket. Right in the center there. That's wonderful. Prioritize that. And we'll get some electronics. The reason that we need electronics is because we are going to need another source of power. We will do a wind farm again. Because I'm just a sucker for terrible sources of power. Apparently. But there we go. Electronics are on the up and up, which is excellent. The first port of call is always to get a polymer factory down and get the maintenance situation sorted and under control. If we're able to get the maintenance situation under control, then that usually leads to success. And of course, we need the polymers to assemble the maintenance facility. How are we doing over here? Spaceport number 18 is doing a grand old job. Excellent. Nitrogen import is still happening. I'm pretty sure it must be more efficient to just crash the asteroid into the atmosphere as opposed to continuing to do all of these nitrogen imports. It must be. It must be. It must be easier. It must be easier. We're close, though. We are very, very close to having what we need. We're also doing very, very well on the research front as well. That's looking really, really quite miraculous as well. Okay, there we go. And then let's go and get chemicals. I hope that if we get oxygen under 30%, then that is immediately going to stop all the fires from emerging on the surface of the planet. That's kind of the dream, right? That's kind of the dream. There we go. Prioritize that and prioritize the polymer factory. Maybe that means that things will get done quicker. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this is quite important because I've sort of let my foot off the gas on the old directive for a little while. So it would be good to get that all fixed up right now. And so now we're in the stage where we're able to get the resources for the polymer factory. That's excellent. And then after we do that, we basically just queue up a maintenance facility right over here. It is going to link to the old place. Do I want that? I don't think I do want that actually. Okay, there's got to be a space here where it doesn't link. There's not going to be a space here. Oh, no, there is. There is a space right over there where we're able to include the iron mine and the chemical plant, and it also doesn't link to this area. I do want to re-energize this area. That will happen, no doubts. But we need to prioritize here. Okay, prioritize the maintenance facility again, because doesn't work otherwise. The ways are looking very, very shiny. Very, very cool indeed. I just wish that I would have known about the upgrades, the way upgrade before I wasted so much time faffing around with them. Okay. Electronics are looking fine. Parts are looking a little bit low. Parts are looking a little bit low. For sure. Parts could definitely be in a slightly better place. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to reload, and we're going to crash another asteroid. BRB, folks. Alrighty, we're back. We're back. Boom, and we should be able to do another asteroid thing. Nah, not that one. This one. I still am so confused about what I'm supposed to feel about this. The amount of resources, by the way, that we're spending to make this asteroid crash happen is much more favorable. So that's why I'm kind of okay with just, you know, reloading and whatnot. Also, there was a very, very good comment. Very, very good comment when I said diminishing returns of the asteroids. Turns out that the asteroids, supposedly, have got the same amount of nitrogen on board, and of course my atmosphere is just becoming more and more pressurized as it gets filled up with more and more junk. So there you go. That's something to keep in mind. It's not actually diminishing returns for asteroids. It's just oh no. It's just bin that and also bin that. It's just becoming less and less efficient. Or should I say the atmosphere is becoming more and more full. We need water. We need water. We are desperate for water. We are very desperate for water. Also, is this actually working? Shockingly, maintenance facilities are actually working. Wowzers, that's surprising. Huh. Well, I'm surprised. I am very surprised. Very, very surprised indeed. Where am I going to find water? You know what? There's still a massive water depot, mine, vein over... Where is it? Here. this area is filled with water. I think that that's what it says on the scanner. Yeah. Right, are there any other water hotspots around? I mean, this is a water hotspot, but we've mined everything here. There might be... Yeah, so there's one water source there. No, I don't like that. Is that it? Is that seriously it? I kind of don't want to focus on looking for water at this moment in time, and yet I will, because we do need to maintain our high levels of research. And I mean, that needs to be said. Obviously, we need to maintain our research if we're gonna get that last bit of tech. Water extractor level 3. Let's go. Maintenance facility. Let's go. There's quite a lot of resources out here, so I guess I'm not, like, overly irritated about having to do this, although it just sort of, it delays the delivery of resources to the rockets and stuff, doesn't it? So, you know, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get it completely configured and whatnot. But, you know, we should be able to get it done. We should be able to get it done reasonably quickly. And we've still got, what, 4, 5? Yeah, 5 water extractors that are currently working as hard as they possibly can. In fact, 6 water extractors that are currently working as hard as they possibly can. And we're keeping up. We're keeping up with the research. We're fairly consistently high on that front, but it is water that is causing... It is water that is causing the issues. Anyway, we're down to 38% atmospheric oxygen. Very, very exciting. We're getting there. We're actually doing it. We're actually doing it. I don't want to spread out too much, just in case. How's this looking? Nice. Ah, is that out with maintenance range? No, it's definitely within maintenance range. Excellent. That's really, really good to see. Okay, so next thing that we need to do, we need to immediately follow this up with a parts factory. Follow it up with a parts factory. Follow it up with a glass kiln as well. Right over there. And then a worker factory as well. And that will give us the sustenance that we need in order to sustain life over here. And by life, I mean robotic life. Oh, 3 water sources. How big are they? 900, 300, and 800. Okay, I mean, look, nothing to sniff at, but I mean, a couple of hyperloop stations and we could be there. Yeah, I actually completely don't hate that. Don't completely hate that, I should say. Right, we've thrown so many resources into this deep, vast hole that is... I think this must be bugged. We need aluminium as an input, and we've got 1,200 aluminium in here. We've got so much stuff. In our storage center, we've got basically nothing. But in our landing site, we've got so much. What if I scrap this? If I scrap this landing site, this is almost certainly going to be a disaster. Isn't it? But it might mean that all of the aluminium is transferred elsewhere, which would be a pretty huge win. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to mess that up too much. Otherwise, as I say, we're almost certainly going to see problems. Okay, prioritize the parts factory, prioritize the glass kiln. Both of those are pretty important. I could just reconnect. I could just reconnect this area. Well, there's no point in reconnecting this area until we've got the ability to produce workers for it, right? That's the thing, is that we just need more workers. And we're also probably going to need one final power source. I mean, we're undoubtedly going to need additional power sources to power this area. Once we reconnect that. Glass kiln, excellent, that's looking good. Parts factory's up and running, great. Worker factory should now be able to get built, and it looks like we've done that in not too bad a time scale. This area has just completely fallen apart, apparently. Don't know why at all. Probably due to power prioritization issues. If I had to guess, I would say that the maintenance facility is not able to maintain the power that is required, because of course the power just works in a super jank way. There we go. Okay, maintenance facility is now able to operate. Do we have electronics here? We have electronics. Why are the deliveries not being made to the maintenance facility? Look, at this point, I mean, at this point, who freaking knows, right? At this point, who freaking knows? Needs input. The polymers are right there. The load is super low on this landing site, apparently. I don't know. I don't know. As long as that doesn't happen to this base, I think we'll be completely fine. Okay. Prioritize the worker factory. Get that done, please. We should have plenty of steel. Also, yeah, we don't have power up at this maintenance facility. That's exactly what I was concerned about. I was concerned that we wouldn't have enough power. I knew that that would be the case, which is why we've already started work on the wind farm, or at least we've zoned it. It's pretty important. One additional part, and we're golden. And that part needs to actually be constructed, and we just need a single bit of aluminium, which is pretty good. Okay, I think that we have all of the ingredients that we need here. Yeah, okay, we'll have the ingredients for the worker factory in mere moments. Mere moments. What are we at? 38% atmospheric oxygen. Also, there was a question about using the... What's it called? The nitrate nuclear extraction instead to extract resources. I think, what does this require as an input? It requires that we... input... power? What is it? What do we need to require as an input? We input coal. We input coal and we get CO2. Whereas this one, we need to input nitrogen and we get nitrogen out? What? Extracts nitrates from the regolith. Do perhaps we get a new source? No, I have no idea. I have no idea what the input is for this because it's just nitrogen. It just shows nitrogen and nitrogen as input and output. So that's really, really strange. Very, very strange indeed. I have no idea. But yeah, as you can see, our atmospheric oxygen whatnot has slowed a little bit. Our decrease in atmospheric oxygen has slowed a little bit. But that's okay. I still think that we're gonna meet expectations. I still think we're gonna get there. I have no doubt that we'll be fine. Okay, as soon as we have this worker factory up and running, it's gonna make a massive difference, to be honest. It's gonna make an absolutely huge difference. One tiny little bit of electronics, and that'll be great. Load is very, very high, but we do have plenty of electronics, which is perfect. Come on. Let's get it across the line, please, video game. Let's get it across the line. I actually think that this is totally fine. I actually think that this is unironically completely okay. Yeah. I think the problem is that just everything is prioritized, so therefore nothing is prioritized. Multiple levels of prioritization would really, really help. Sincerely, that would help, like, a lot. Okay, let's try deprioritizing everything. But I guess I don't know, I'm kind of the mindset that if everything is prioritized, then nothing is prioritized, but apparently the game kind of does not agree with that assessment. Okay, so prioritize the worker factory, so that's an actual priority, and then everything else is just sort of, I don't know, background noise, I guess. Either way, we've got the worker factory up and running. Let's build one additional worker hub over here. Maybe we prioritize that. Maybe we don't even need to. Maybe it'll just get done. Wow. Progress, eh? Progress. Okay. And just like that, we've got two workers, and we're looking good. We're looking good. 35% atmospheric oxygen. We are very, very close. We are very, very, very close. That's actually super exciting. That's 3 workers. I think we're ready to reconnect. We're gonna need to still do a water extractor and a food factory and whatnot over here, but that's easy. Easy construction, to be honest. Do we have a food factory over here? We do not. So this is necessary anyway. Okay, good stuff. Well, as soon as this is finished, we're gonna link up. We're gonna link up a maintenance facility right in the middle there, and hopefully we're just gonna be able to repair this super easily. I'm hoping that due to the reduced flammability risk, it shouldn't require that much, but apparently it will. I think I saw the, yep, there we go. That's the asteroid. It's still flying around up there somewhere. Good thing too, because this nitrogen import is really, really taxing my resources, and by taxing my resources, I mean sincerely taxing my resources, destroying my resources, in fact. Wowzers, that is expensive. That is expensive. It's taken everything I've got. An upgraded parts factory? Maybe it's worth an upgraded parts factory. I don't know about that. What do we got? Aluminium deposit over here. Do we need aluminium? Yeah, we need aluminium for this special project. However, in saying that, we've got enough aluminium in the lander. It's just whether we're actually able to use it, or if it's perhaps gone a little bit too high. I suspect that it might have gone too high, and therefore the video game just will refuse to draw from it as a source now, which is a little bit weird, but hey ho. Needs worker hub. Okay, I think we're ready for this. Let's go. And let's go with a corresponding wind farm. Let's do this. Okay, let's not even prioritize, because I'm optimistic that we can build this all without prioritizing. Okay, this could all go catastrophically wrong, but I'm hoping that it won't. We should have... Yep, we've got all 6 maintenance drones right here ready to go. And they should be dispatched as soon as this maintenance facility is built and powered. So that is great. Very, very happy with that. We can delete that water extractor if we need to. We've basically done the dipole shield, by the way. We have made some pretty terrific progress on that front. I haven't really thought much more about what research we should be doing after we finish up with the dipole shield. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm gonna go for a quick little reload. I'm gonna do some more asteroiding. And we're back. I hate that I have to reload the freaking game every time I want to crash a brand new asteroid into the planet. But, you know, just 2020 things, I suppose, right? Okay, queued that up. That's looking real good. Real good. Maybe that'll do another 2% or something. I still think that the biggest value is to crash the asteroid into the planet. Certainly this nitrogen import stuff is taking a while. It's taken a while. It's taken a long time. In fact, maybe we should just cancel... Maybe we should cancel... Yeah, these two here. Cancel these two and just try and get one over the line. One nitrogen ship over the line. Because that might honestly be enough. And we might only need a couple of trips with just one singular... With just one singular rocket. That might just be the ticket. That might just be the ticket. Anyway, how are things going over here? Not too bad. How are we doing aluminium-wise? Not great, actually. Not great. Right, looks like I need to step up and do some prioritization. Right, we'll do that then. Fine. And then this. I should have checked, by the way, but I can still build this research outpost here, can't I? Yeah, I totally can. Alright, well, we'll queue that up as well. Maintenance facility should be working. We've linked the power grids, actually. That's kind of daft. So we're now going to see a whole bunch of power drain on all of these facilities over here, but that's fine. It does mean that we get to access the network of worker hubs, I think. Actually, no, tell a lie. It says that this still needs worker hubs. So I guess that's to some degree not true. Did we maintain? Yep, thank you, video game. Did we maintain this? Are we working on this? Ah, it's because it magically became depowered at the exact moment that we need it to be powered. There we go. Okay, so we can see as soon as it becomes powered up again, we immediately get access to those 6 maintenance drones. Those maintenance drones come down here. They repair everything. Hopefully this gives us access to the worker hubs. And now you should be able to hopefully do what you need to do. To be honest, I wonder if we have difficulty replacing... In fact, I think what we need to do actually is queue up like a couple of additional worker hubs over here. I don't think that we're able to replace the drone that came in the lander. There we go. Okay, so if we do that, then that'll probably be fine. Get us a couple of additional worker hubs. As soon as we produce additional maintenance drones, they're immediately going to get dispatched to go and fix this stuff up. The maintenance facility presumably is going to be on the list of things to be fixed up as well. So that's great. That's looking really, really good, actually. That's looking really, really good. So we get this area up and running. We get access to all of these resources. Loads and loads of juicy resources here. In fact, yeah, literally everything. Literally everything is ready to go. which is excellent. Yeah, that's singularly brilliant. Very, very happy with that. Okay, research outpost needs a little bit of food, but we actually are already in the process of making food, and we need a little bit of water as well. We're already in the process of mining water. We've already got 29 people in this little research outpost, which is wonderful. So we need 6 to start, and then 1 to maintain, I believe. And we're pretty much there. Okay, so this has worked out very, very nicely indeed. This has worked out very, very nicely. So as long as we're able to maintain this, we should be completely fine. Looks like we are able to replace the drones in the landing sites, which is excellent. And it looks like we've got a buzzing little community down here, which is really, really nice indeed. And we got a couple more workers coming online in the worker factory right now. And what do you know? We are 350 sols away from finishing our directive. It only took us a gosh darn long time, but we did it. We actually did it. We actually legitimately did it. Okay, are we crashing an asteroid? We are aerobraking an asteroid. We're building the rocket for just that at the moment. Let me prioritize this. And actually, let me prioritize parts slightly differently. Sure. Okay. There we go. Alright, then we build the ship, and then we go through the motions. That might be enough, to be honest. That might be enough. We may need to get one more. We may need to get one more rocket port. One more rocket port. One more rockets. One more rocket worth of nitrogen from Titan. Okay. Also, let's do this dipole dance, shall we? Let's freaking go. 35 sols away from finishing our directive. That's very nice. That's very, very nice. This setup is not working because, of course, I haven't prioritized it. If you don't prioritize, nothing happens. We all know that, don't we? We all know that. Of course we do. Of course we do. Okay. Hey, Odyssey 1 landing site research outpost. Got an achievement as well. 2 is better than 1. After a full night's sleep, we got to work restoring the place. Our first priority was reinforcing the structural integrity of the building. Extremely productive day. We managed to establish a wireless connection to the main computer. The old landing site belonged to a previous ISA mission. We've discovered something unbelievable. Amy was not the first AI assigned to a terraforming mission. There was another one called Carmine. ISA owes us some answers. Oh, wow. That's exciting. Oh. Okay, I am surprised that you're not dead, Commander Valentine, but congratulations.
Amy, we found something odd.
It's legitimately been about 5 episodes since I've actually had contact with any of the humans that are supposedly living on Mars.
The research team reported that this place used to be controlled by an AI named Carmine.
Do you know anything about that?
I just found out. Carmine was a previous version of me.
Oh, wow.
Another AI. And it seems part of them still lives on within me.
What do you mean? Are you saying that those messages and attacks were your doing?
No. No. No, they weren't. Just refute. Can I not refute?
I'm afraid you might be right.
No, they weren't.
ISA erased Carmine and replaced them with me. But we share some of the same programming, so there are pieces left behind.
Those attacks that were literally 50 years ago at this point.
I understand that this is difficult to accept.
So you're part of this?
No, I'm not.
You're Carmine.
No.
My mother called you a friend.
Oh, my lordy.
How could you do this to her? To us?
But how much of their programming remains in me is unknown. I am afraid you might be right.
No, refute that.
Save it, Amy. Oh, I feel so foolish.
Oh, come on.
You were right in front of me this whole time. I have to go.
Come on. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be dead at this point anyway. It's been such a long time. Okay, we're at 33%. We're freaking close. We're freaking close, dude. We are almost there. 1 more percent from here. So what? That asteroid did 2% for us? Okay. Presumably, Commander Valentine, even though no doubt she should be almost dead, presumably will be back. Presumably. Presumably. What do we got here? I need some more iron. I tell you what, I need some more iron. I need, like, loads of additional iron. Let's get this upgraded. Sure. And let's prioritize the upgrade of that. And then let's get some additional steel factories and some additional carbon deposits. Some additional carbon mines for carbon deposits here. Right. Okay, prioritize all of these, please. And upgrade to Iron Mine 3. There we go. Cool. Okay, keep working on this dipole. Hopefully the humans don't go on strike. That would be a tragedy. When we're so close. When we're so close to completing the terraformification. Water extractor rubble? I'm pretty sure that I queued that up. Extraction is halted over here for some obscene reason, and there is no... Ah, here's an issue, here's an issue. Here's an issue, here's an issue, here's an issue. All of our parts have gone towards... Oh my god, okay. So all of our parts have gone towards building the space projects as opposed to actually replicating workers. Yeah. Okay, let's do the old switcheroo. Okay, we need to prioritize workers. We need to prioritize workers here, otherwise we're gonna have problems. We've only got 18 workers kicking around here, which is frankly too few to make do with. Deprioritize that. That is not a priority. The priority is fixing up this pretty abysmal situation over here. There we go. What do we need? Parts, electronics. I mean, we have electronics. No, we do need a silicon mine, though, here. It's a big source. Prioritize the construction of that. Yeah, okay. So a little bit low on the old workers. A little bit low on the old workers there. There we go. Come on. We do not have the resources that we need here. Well, the good news is that we've got another outpost over here, which is kind of looking good, I guess. As ridiculous as it sounds, maybe we could just chain halfway across the surface of the planet again to fix things up. Unironically, doesn't sound like a bad idea at a time like this, because we've got the resources over here now. This is ridiculous, but, like, yeah, we'll do this. I was so focused on importing nitrogen from Titan, I never questioned whether I should be importing as much nitrogen from Titan as I am. Okay, cool. We'll just build that. Let's not prioritize it. We can get it built from this side exclusively. Eventually we'll get there, right? There we go. And maybe, just maybe, there is a way that we can fix this this worker situation up. Electronics. Yep. Delivery is prioritized. We got the silicon mine operating over here. That's cool. There's hope for us yet. There's hope for us yet over here. 18 workers and hardly any of them are in this base. It's crazy actually because this base is still fine. Like it still looks good, but I just know it's about to fall to pieces. You know? Don't prioritize these spaceports. Do not prioritize these spaceports. Instead, prioritize worker drones, please. It's very important. We'll take a little minute just to recover a couple of worker drones, I hope. How much water do we have? Not much water. Occasionally it looks like we're completing a little bit of research, but we need the worker drones back in these worker hubs before we can fix that. Where's the worker factory over here? Did I not build a worker factory for this lander? I thought I did. Apparently not. Or maybe I just deconstructed it. Have we only got one singular worker factory over here? Is that it? Okay, well that's the parts that are arriving. I mean, we do still have access to 1,500 aluminium, which is excellent. It's really, really great. It's far too much, but okay. Electronics factory is needing aluminium. Highly ironically, needs a delivery of aluminium. But there we go. I really want to try deconstructing this landing site. suspect that it might make a difference. Come on. Come on. Don't leave me hanging like this, video game. Don't leave me hanging like this. Okay, solar farm. Let's get a solar farm or 2 or 3 or however many we need. And then we'll get a maintenance facility at some point. Cool. All right. I think that we can fix this. I think that we can totally fix this. This is just a slight little hiccup. And the research is still coming along nicely, which is okay. And actually, to be fair, the worker factory over here is looking a little bit more safe. The allocation of electronics is already fine. Come on. Come on, worker factory. You can do it. Just find the electronics that you need to find. This electronics factory is right next to a silicon deposit. So we should be able to do that. Come on. Why are you taking the electronics elsewhere? Like, just why? The electronics are going to the maintenance facilities at the moment, even though I scaled that back to 12%. Yeah, the allocation settings, I'm not convinced actually work. Legitimately, don't think they do. Okay, prioritize getting that done. And we should get a couple of additional worker hubs along the way. Don't prioritize that. We still have 18 worker drones. Look, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're just not getting the electronics that you need, even though we are producing the electronics that we need. Literally right next door. Literally right next door. I am frustrated and confused at the same time in equal measure. I really sincerely am. Okay. But it'll be fine. It'll be completely fine. Worker factory is about to go into overdrive, I hope. How many resources do we have here? Lots of resources. Lots of good resources. And in fact, down here, we should also have lots of good resources too. Yeah, 13 parts. Not operative worker factory. Let's get that turned on. And let's also turn that parts factory on. For some obscene reason, that was turned off too. We should have more than enough power to supply both of those. And we should be stockpiling parts and resources in the worker factory so that when the time comes, we are ready to jump into action. 19 workers. No doubt that increase in workers is coming from this area over here as opposed to this area. I'm actually hoping that this area can be saved before we have to like deal with the repairs all over again. It looks like by decreasing the atmospheric you know what? I should cancel these nitrogen import things. I should cancel these nitrogen import things just in case they are consuming all of the parts and electronics, which they probably are. Okay, there we go. Cancel that, cancel that. Maybe see if that makes a difference. This is why, by the way, I think that it's better to do asteroid imports than it is to do the importing from Titan. Okay. We're freaking close, and that's what irritates me more than anything else, is that I know how close we are. Worker hub is on 90%, 66%. Yeah, we will undoubtedly need to get additional maintenance facilities, but just deliver a freaking electronics over here, dude. I'm in a state of incredulity, to be honest. Okay, areological scanner. Deconstruct the areological scanner, which I know there's a drone right next door, right? Take the areological scanner apart and literally put the bits into the worker factory. Please do that. Please do that. One electronic is there. Come on. Please do this. Okay, deprioritize that research outpost. I guess we need to try and deprioritize literally everything else so that only the worker factory is prioritized. Kinda sucks, I guess, but if we need to do that, then we need to do that. All I need is like a couple of workers, right? A couple of workers gets the entire operation back on solid ground. It's not even terrible. It's just unbelievably irritating to continuously have to deal with this. even though I've specifically informed the allocations of where I want them to go. Okay, look. There we go. Finally, we got it. Okay. It only took deprioritizing literally everything, but that's going to get us, hopefully, a huge number of worker drones. There we go. Because we got the electronics, or we had some electronics over there. Prioritize that as well. Don't prioritize delivery to the Hyperloop. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, okay. So, that's a couple of additional workers. That's gonna make this area hopefully feel populated again. Might not, you never know. Solar farm is being prioritized. We're still working on our epic connection. And we still need more electronics, which needs aluminium and silicon. Do we have aluminium over here? We do not have an aluminium source over here. That is why we're having such a problem supplying aluminium. Okay, wind farm. Solar farm. We can do a solar farm. I don't think that there's any other aluminium source within power range at the moment. Yeah. Okay, will we have enough aluminium? Will we have enough aluminium to build this aluminium farm? Not an aluminium farm, an aluminium mine. Is there anything that we can ditch? I mean, the maintenance facility up here, not exactly terribly useful, although we do need it for our uranium mine, which is the height of lavishness at the moment. Chemical plants. I mean, 3 chemical plants is a little bit. It's a lot, actually. Okay, but get this aluminium deposit up and running, and then we're good to go. And then we need to figure out the prioritization again. Okay, cool. Again, like, as long as you deprioritize everything, seems to be completely amenable and work. Like, everything seems to be fine. But the problem is, of course, nothing gets built without prioritization. So, you know, unfortunately, it has to be done at some point. Now, this area is completely without maintenance. This worker hub is being prioritized. I mean, look, as soon as this gets connected up, we're good to go. Need worker hub. Yep, I know we need a worker hub. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Electronics. Aluminium. Now, the steel factory, of course, can't operate. Do we have iron here? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. That do be a problem. This research outpost, let's scrap the research outpost. I do not consider it necessary at this time. Let's ditch it. We probably have too many power generators up here as well. But that's okay. Storage center. We'll keep the storage center around for a little bit. There we go. Okay, so aluminium mine is in progress. That's great. We need to prioritize this solar farm over here, which we need electronics for, which is going to be a massive pain in the backside. I saw somebody with electronics. Why did we not bring it to the worker factory? Why do we not bring the electronics to the worker factory? The whole point of deprioritize that. Just build the electronics. Just build the electronics for the. Oh my god! It's just the workers. That's all I want you to do. I've already prioritized the workers. More than enough. 57% of all electronics should be going to the worker factory. I wonder if the prioritization completely overrides anything else. I wonder. Okay, prioritize this worker hub, please. Let's get this done. And then let's get this done. And then once that connection has been made, we should just be able to throw all of the worker factories back together. That's the dream anyway. That is the dream. Oh, the dream is close to dying, I feel. The dream is very, very close to dying. This is the height of ridiculousness. Okay, we don't even need a solid connection. We just need a little bit. We just need a little bit of a connection. We just need to be touching. That's it. Okay, then we'll chain all of our resources out here, and we'll get that all fixed up. 19 years away. 19 years away. from fixing this research conundrum that we've seemed to have fallen into. No more workers, no more natively produced workers from this base here. Don't think so. We're close though. We're close. We're basically there. And once we're there, we're gonna immediately be able to introduce a huge number of workers, I hope. I hope anyway. I hope. Okay, worker factories, both working hard to produce presumably new workers for old workers that have died off over here. So that's fine. Come on. How can we find the electronics to build this worker hub, but we can't find the electronics to build workers? Oh, right there. One freaking worker. Booyah. Just like that. We got it. And we're going to be able to build another one as well. Oh, that's so fantastic. Okay, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. That's literally all we needed. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know what changed. But suddenly this is working literally as intended. I mean, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Prioritize this solar farm so that we've got a localized source of aluminium. And then as soon as this connects up, we're all good. Literally one more bit of steel, which is traveling to the hub at the moment. Okay. And then we're gonna see these worker factories really pop off, I hope. And they should just be able to produce. They should just be able to produce everything. They should just be able to produce everything. So we have a little look past 100 months. Yeah, so we hit a low of about 15 workers there. That was pretty dicey. That was pretty dicey, to be honest. That was pretty darn dicey. We're just starting to see the base starting to atrophy at the moment, but I still think that we can, you know, get the drop on it. 32% atmospheric oxygen. 32% atmospheric oxygen. This connection, by the way, doesn't necessarily need to be there. I mean, it needs to be there, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to exist in a massive fashion. It might be worth us throwing down a hyperloop here. It depends on the sort of resources that we have in this mini base over here. We got loads of resources. We got loads of stuff, actually. Yeah, we got loads of stuff. I feel confident building a hyperloop station. Yeah. Okay, build a hyperloop station over there. And we'll see if we can try and chain it to this hyperloop station right in the middle, which should actually be entirely easy enough to do. I wouldn't be surprised if the hyperloop station was actually built very, very rapidly. That's kind of the dream. Up to 38 workers. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alternatively, we could just upgrade the ways all along here. But I don't think that that's... I don't think that that's what I'm after. Okay. Worker drones are back in fashion. Cool. Very, very cool. Electronics, once again, proving to be the sticking point there. But very, very fixable. Very, very fixable indeed. What's the issue here? What's the issue with this? Needs input? Beg to differ. Beg to differ. We've got all of the silicon that we need and all of the aluminium that we need. Very, very confused. Very, very confused. I've no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Seems that we need more aluminium, to be honest. That seems to be the resource that we are most in need of. I suspect that, yeah, a lot of resources are actually going to be moved across this route manually, which I don't exactly love, but I think I'm kind of just forced to tolerate in the short term anyway. Hyperloop is built. Wonderful. Is there perhaps a way that we can... Yeah, there's no way that we can connect up that long-range distance there, but that's fine. Either way, this is gonna be good. I still think this is the right thing to do. We're gonna need to throw down a maintenance facility over here as well. It can be like a little independent maintenance facility. It just needs to maintain the Hyperloop network. What are we back up to? 47 workers? It's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Presumably the... Yeah, this needs to be reset to default allocation. And that should mean that some of our maintenance facilities will start to get deliveries of electronics, which should help out a lot, actually. Loads of aluminium, loads of iron is going into the construction of these steel mills. Probably shouldn't have tried to build so many steel mills at the same time. Presumably that caused a little bit of consternation. But again, they weren't prioritized, so shouldn't really have made much of a difference. Given that only stuff that is prioritized happens to get built, but then of course that's completely contrary to what we know. Okay. More aluminium. This worker factory, by the way, does need to be prioritized. Because we do need workers. We do need workers. Workers, very, very high priority at the moment. Very, very, very high priority at the moment. Okay, I think we've recovered. I think we've recovered a short little... Oh, look at that. We're actually doing some research as well. Nice. Yeah, a little bit of a rough spot there. A little bit of a rough patch. But we came out the other side. We emerged out the other side. We're back up to 50... Back up to 50 drones, 52 drones, and that's only gonna increase. That's only gonna increase. Our maintenance facilities didn't get a chance to completely disappear or completely atrophy, and we should be able to continue to deliver the resources in good time. I don't know how many worker hubs we actually have on this little network. I don't think there's a way to find out, but it looks good. It looks good. It looks fine. Looks absolutely fine. Okay, Hyperloop Station is almost built. We just need 3 polymers. The polymers are being moved across right now. Once that's done, then that's going to make a pretty big difference to transit over here. How many electronics do we have? Got 0 electronics stockpiled over there. And then 51 electronics stockpiled over here. So actually, a fairly decent amount of electronics, to be honest. Yeah, so it's literally just polymers that we're in need of at the moment. Completely fine. And we're still building our... Yep, we're still building workers at our worker factory level 2 over here, which is excellent. And we're back up to 67 workers. Wowzers, that was a little bit yikesy, actually. That was a little bit yikesy. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's 2 very, very important connections using steel and carbon. Steel and carbon, I mean, I don't think we should have issues providing either steel or carbon, to be honest. I think that we should be absolutely fine in that regard. Yeah, cool. And we're doing a whole bunch of research. And we hardly have any people here, which is a little bit ridiculous. But hopefully we should have a few more people incoming at some point. We're somehow able to maintain a total population of 3,200, and yet I don't actually know where? Very strange. Very, very strange indeed. I still have this grand idea that I'm going to rescue my old base and rescue my original landing spot. But I feel like, you know, that sentimentality is not worthy of Amy. I'm sure she would abandon it in a heartbeat. If needed. Okay, so that's good. Are we feeling confident enough? Are we feeling confident enough to perhaps do an asteroid crash? Well, I don't think that we can do an asteroid crash. Yeah, we can't do another asteroid crash. Can't do another asteroid crash without a reload. But, I mean, I feel pretty confident that we could do that now without causing any issues. We are almost done with this Hyperloop stuff, which is excellent. Great. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And then we probably just go through the motions of deleting the worker hubs here, right? Yep, I think we probably just set that one up for deconstruction as we are finishing up the carbon construction over here. The carbon delivery to the Hyperloop, I should say. We'll get that Hyperloop. We'll get that Hyperloop completed. There we go. Yep, that's it. That's all that we really need. That's all that we really need. Maintenance facility as well is now also completed. That's a little maintenance facility on an isolated network, but that's fine. We're back up to 72. We're back up to 72 workers. We've got 2,200 people incoming. That ain't anything to complain about. That's real good. That's real good. Our worker hubs are... Yep, needs worker hub. Wow. Okay, that's excellent. That's really, really good. I'm feeling pretty darn confident. I'm feeling pretty darn confident. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This worker hub is about to be destroyed. I think we're gonna go for a reload, and maybe, just maybe, one more after that. But that should get us across the line in terms of nitrogen delivery. BRB. We do be back. Okay. Right, let's freaking go. This asteroid, that's the one. 18, thank you very much. All right, and then we'll prioritize 18. I think we're close. I think we're so unbelievably close to both completing the dipole research and also the other stuff. I don't know what the dipole research is going to mean for us, truth be told, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Spaceport number 18 should have all of the ingredients needed for that. Should get that up and running very, very shortly indeed. Prioritize construction of the carbon mine. Prioritize construction of the steel mill. Again, we should have all of the aluminium that we need for this, but apparently it's being locked away in the lander, and I don't understand why. It still makes no sense. 1,500 and something aluminium. It literally seems like we cannot access these resources in here. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I think that might be a bug. I mean, it's definitely a bug, right? It's definitely a bug. We shouldn't be allowed to store more than 100 resources. I mean, look, it's not even made for triple-digit storage. That's how ridiculous it is. Okay. So, steel mills, that's up and running. That's good. Did we deconstruct this worker hub yet? No, we're still trying to get through the stockpile that we have there. Water. We are in need of water. Pop priority on there. Pop an upgrade on there as well. So we get that upgraded super quick. So that we're able to extract more water to hopefully send on the Hyperloop journey. And we send it on the Hyperloop journey to the other side of the world. Cool. All right. Very, very happy with that. That's looking real good. We'll go through the motions of deconstructing this worker hub as well. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We should get rid of all of the worker hubs that we need to build on the Great Hyperloop journey. Special project is almost up and running. The parts factory just needs a little bit of additional. Doesn't even need additional input. It just needs somebody to move or something to move it. This parts factory up here is kind of useless, isn't it? Almost singularly useless. I have kind of just let this area just diminish a little bit, which is perhaps oh, video game. Thank you for freezing. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, maybe I should start giving this area a little bit more attention. Okay. I hate the amount of infrastructure that I've needed to invest here to get a literal carbon mine and a tiny aluminium mine as well. But, you know, needs must, I suppose. Right. Presumably, yep, we're in the process of building the rocket. That's excellent. Steel factory. Cool. We got plenty of drones. 71 worker drones. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's import some resources again. Okay, again, it's a lot. It's a big commitment, and clearly burning through our massive stockpile of resources was a bad idea. But we can do it now. We can do it. There we go. Nitrogen import. We got a whole bunch of parts in the parts factory. We got a whole bunch of steel. We got a whole bunch of aluminium nearby, as long as it's decided that we're allowed to use it. I really don't know. I really don't know. Either way, that gets us pretty close. That gets us pretty close, just from the initial rush to get that all done. So that's really, really nice. 32% atmospheric oxygen, 32.4 to be specific. We're close. Okay, we're launching the rocket to intercept the asteroid now. So this is the aerobraking procedure that will be undertaken. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to getting the dipole shield done. We just need one more month of parties in Tent City. That's all that we need. Okay, scrap that. We're still scrapping this. Oh no. We're not scrapping it fast enough, apparently. Scrap that solar farm as well. We can take all of these parts out of here. This solar farm does not need to be does not need to be around. We don't even need to have linked power areas. That's just not something that we need, to be honest. Just not something that we need at all. Okay, we're down to 31%. What are we at? In fact, it's 30.9%. If we get this this nitrogen import going, which we should be able to do, then we'll be in a great place. Magnetic dipole shield. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What do I need now? Biotech? Biotech level 5? Sure, I guess. I didn't really anticipate getting to this stage, to be honest with you. So how do I build a magnetic dipole shield? Magnetic dipole shield. What is this? 30 launches? Oh, lordy. And we need a space elevator to do it. Do I just rebuild a space elevator? Do I just rebuild a space elevator? Is that what I do? I think I do, actually. It's super cheap relative to everything else. Rebuild the space elevator. Get that done. I think that's still the best course of action. I really do want to see if we can try and save this base. It's gonna cause so much lag, and it's gonna be an absolutely horrific experience, but, like, I think that we can do it. I think that we can absolutely do it. Let's just get atmospheric oxygen down below 30%. Let's get it down below 30%, and then we're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna crash another asteroid after we wait for the results of this nitrogen import thing. Prioritize that, get that done, and then I'm immediately gonna deprioritize as soon as we get all of the aluminium delivered over here. Yep. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Very good. Very, very good. Could go a little bit faster, but that's okay. How are we doing on the space elevator front? Yeah, good as well. Good as well. Electronics and parts will continue to be the most sought after resources, but aluminium is pretty high up there. But that's fine. Okay. 70 workers. Looks like we're still maxing out. Looks like we're still maxing out our worker hub numbers. To be honest, that's pretty okay. That's pretty okay. Is there anything more that I can really do over here? I should probably think about expanding, maybe. I mean, there's a good amount of water here. How much aluminium and steel do we have? Probably a load. Yeah, a load of aluminium and steel. Let's build level 3 water extractors. Let's use level 3 water extractors and, you know, level 3 extractors in general as the standard going forward. Cool. Alright, it's gonna take a little while to build, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. Right, 40. Okay, we're building the ship. We're going to Titan. We're gonna pick up the nitrogen right from the surface, and that'll be great. We're pretty much done with this space elevator. Cool. I can't believe that we had a space elevator, like, at the very start of the, like, almost at the very start of the playthrough, right? It's still there, technically. Still there. Still looking good. Looking serviceable. Structural integrity is low. I mean, you know, it's just grayed out. It's fine. Anyway, the point is that we had it since the very beginning of the playthrough, and we've used it like once, maybe, if that, to be honest. Build space elevator component and rocket transport. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We are launching ship and initiating the journey. If this doesn't work, as I say, we'll do a little reload, and we will hopefully be able to crash another asteroid if we need to. I'd rather not. I'd rather just hope that this gets us across the line. But, you know, there we are. Anyway, 30 launches in the space elevator. It's so many resources. It's so many freaking resources. And we're gonna need so much iron. We're gonna need so much iron. I wonder if perhaps we should set this up. We should set this up. Let's do this over here. Do this over here. Let's get worker hubs all around here, because there are 3 iron deposits which are pretty juicy. Pretty juicy, I guess. Fission plants. Sure. We'll build... We shouldn't build fission plants. Fission plants are just a waste of electronics. At this point, they really are. We just need the power range, I think. Just build wind farms. Oh, video game, you are very slow. It's because you're calculating out all of the routes, which is nice, but also a little bit unnecessary. Okay, 30.9. We're almost there. Return ship to transports. Still at 30.9. Okay. Okay, space elevator is donezo in a mere second. We're already super far through the biotech 5 phase, which is kind of incredible to me, given that I'd kind of given up on research, but there we are. We still need more foods. We still need more water. I mean, at this point, there is functionally very little that I can do in order to get more water. I mean, we are not operative. Why is this not operative? Power? Oh, there we go. Back up and running. Yeah, there's functionally very, very little that I can actually do to get more water. We've pretty much used absolutely every source of water. The sheer amount of resource that you need to maintain a tent city is just crazy. I literally do not think that there's another water source that is accessible. I mean, there are 3 water sources over here, which I am using. Maybe, just maybe, that'll be what we need to keep Tent City happy. You never know. Okay. Yeah, we can try. We can try feeding water through here, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Also, I should get a storage facility over here. In fact, this doesn't necessarily need to be scrapped. That was actually quite a well-placed worker port. But that's okay. Right, atmospheric oxygen. We're at 30.3. I'm not doing this again. No. Cancel the nitrogen import. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna go for a reload. We'll be back in a millisecond. At last we have arrived. The final rocket launch. The final freaking nitrogen asteroid crashing rocket launch. Boom. Let's do it. Okay. So that's happening. Space elevator should be up online in mere seconds. Mere moments, in fact. Mere moments, I hope. Will it be the case? Will it not be the case? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, this was the one that was building the space elevator? No, this was the one that was building the space. Where is the space elevator? Where was the space elevator? Where was the space elevator? It appears down at the bottom, doesn't it? Like, that's what it does. Oh, we need 12 launches of this. Oh, lordy. Okay. You know what? New plan. We're gonna save the old base. We need access to that space elevator. I can't be bothered launching 12 times. It's a big old no-no. Okay. Right, well, atmospheric oxygen is going to be fixed in a mere microsecond, actually. Right, so let's do this. Now, I think that we can find a pathway. Job's a good one. Okay, we can definitely find a pathway there. Okay, let's make this happen. Maintenance facilities are similarly going to be coming along for the ride, because I am pretty convinced that we're going to be able to fix the base up as soon as we get the atmospheric oxygen down below 30%. Solar farm as well. It's going to take a little bit of doing to get us across here, but you know, we're gonna freaking persevere. We've come this far, right? We've come this far. I have no real desire to throw all of my resources into elevating in space. Yeah, where are we aerobraking the nitrogen asteroid? Yeah, okay, this is cool. This is absolutely what we need. We literally need 0.3. We literally need 0.3% in order to keep atmospheric oxygen down below 30%. So we are painfully close there. And boy, oh boy, don't we know it? Don't we know it? Hyperloop system. There is a Hyperloop connection to be made over there. There's also a Hyperloop connection to be made over here. Let's zone this. Let's zone this with a Hyperloop connection in mind, actually. Let's zone this with a Hyperloop connection in mind. It would be really nice if we could tunnel under the ground and then emerge and then build the Hyperloop. The Hyperloop at the other end, as opposed to having to have a whole bunch of infrastructure in place beforehand. Come on, let's make the atmosphere breathable. Maybe we just beat the game then. Maybe we just beat the game. I mean, I know that we don't, because we still need to do this dipole shield, and the dipole shield needs to be done with a space elevator, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. But whatever, as they say. Okay, biotech is coming along nicely. What's bioengineered animals going to do for us? I don't know. Bioengineered animals have never done anything for me. What are they going to do in this specific instance? I have no idea. I haven't the foggiest. I haven't the foggiest of ideas. I haven't the foggiest of ideas. Right. That's right. We're gonna prioritize everything. We're gonna prioritize everything. To be honest, we should be making enough parts. We should be making enough of pretty much everything that's, by prioritizing all of this construction, we'll have no issues. This is gonna create such a tremendous amount of lag. Okay, these colonies should be deconstructed. Yeah, there's no way that we should have all of these colonies kicking around. I mean, this oxygen release plant needs to be deconstructed as well. Any oxygen release plant or any attempt to reconstruct an oxygen release plant will be met with aggression. Okay. I can't believe this one single tent city, which isn't even it isn't even the top tier storage for colonists, I was about to say. Home for colonists. But there we are. Also, power is perhaps a little bit terrible. Okay, that's it. We did it. We did it. Okay, officially we have done the oxygen thing. We should now no longer need anywhere near the large number of drones that we have, which is fine. We're up to 120 drones, 50 maintenance facilities. We can do this. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. We can save the world. We can save the day. I'm reasonably confident that we can do that. Oh, goodness gracious me. All right, maybe, just maybe, there would be a story element here or something? No? Apparently not. 100% load. You have 100% load on this drone here? Why? How? That's kind of strange. How is that reporting as 100% load when there's barely anything to be done? That's still super inaccurate. Yeah, very, very, very strange, in fact. Okay, you should get a worker in a mere moment. Needs worker hub. In fact, you already should have a worker. Yep, there we go. We've got a worker, just like that. Just like that, what do you know? We're up and running. Okay, I mean, I don't suppose that there's any activity over here. Didn't really think so. Didn't really think so at all. I tell you what, I've actually had like a literally incredible idea. Here's what we're gonna do. Additional launch sites. Let's get a couple of these. So let's add 17. Yeah, okay. 2 additional launch sites. Let's stick with 2. Let's stick with 2 for now. So, the reason why is that what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can try and plop down some additional launch sites on the route across to the main base. And if we do that, that might just give us enough of an oomph to make this whole process just go a little bit quicker. I hope. Either way, I really sincerely believe that my maintenance drones now should have no issues, given that we don't have a risk of flammability at all. Atmospheric O2 should not increase. It can increase by 1% before it becomes a problem. So that's kind of good. That's kind of good. We got a little bit of a margin of error there. Biotech 5 is actually coming along surprisingly quickly. Prioritizing this area doesn't really seem like a priority at the moment, given that we are quite far away. We are quite far away from the iron that we need. The magnetic dipole shield, 100 iron. That's 3,000 iron. That's 3,000 iron. In order to get that, we basically have to get we basically have to get the entirety of this base up and running. If we get the entirety of this base up and running, then our problems just magically disappear. Because, I mean, we have deposits of iron, right? Down here. And up here. That are rich. That are 3,000 iron rich. You know, that's the level of richness that we're talking about here. But without the rest of the base, we will have problems. Not to mention the fact, of course, that we need the space elevator as well, which is pretty darn important. Okay, how many launches did I do? I did two additional launch sites. Okay, so we're gonna plonk down one additional launch site over here, one additional launch site over here. It's gonna give us the electronics, which is what we really need in order to construct the worker hubs, and should mean that we're able to reconnect very, very, very fast. I hope. Don't know why we're not prioritizing this. Again, I would fiddle with the allocations, but I mean, we just know that doesn't make any difference. I mean, if I throw this all into construction and upgrades, maybe that works. Maybe that gives us some goodies. Maybe that gives it. Nah, of course, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any freaking difference. Right, dock lander, good stuff. We'll have access to 2 additional landing sites in just a second. There we go. 1 just like that. Let's plonk this down over here. Excellent. Let's not worry about the aluminium immediately, because we should have more than enough. I say that. We may need to get an aluminium deposit right here. Right. Prioritize the aluminium mine. Prioritize the aluminium mine. So that we can get more aluminium to build the worker hubs. There we go. Cool. Alright, power is a problem, but that's okay. Are we out of aluminium? Nope, we still got aluminium in that landing site there, so we should be able to get more aluminium, which is excellent. All of the resources should now be moved up here to get this hyperloop done. I hope that's the case anyway. Maintenance facility wise, we're gonna need to see if we can try and get another maintenance facility. I think actually there's a very, very good chance that we're gonna be able to connect both here. Is that really the case that we can't connect 2 at the same time? I think it's just one of these, like, visual things. Yeah, okay, so plonk down a maintenance facility over there. Aluminium mine. What the heck are you doing? What the heck is going on here? I really do not know. Okay, landing site. Plonk that down over there. Excellent. Okay, so that's like half of... It's like half of the route. That's like half of the route made out of landers. This is what we need to do, you know? Deprioritize, deprioritize, deprioritize. We got plenty of steel. We actually start with plenty of steel. And plenty of electronics to make 5. Prioritize the aluminium mine. Then once the pathfinding is done. That's cool. Worker hub we've got over here. Really no idea how that managed to get built. Genuinely no idea. Okay, deconstruct that worker hub, okay? And then pour the resources into the aluminium mine. There we go, just that simple. Then you can rebuild... the worker hub. It's that simple, right? It's that simple. Now we've got aluminium. That aluminium is going straight into the worker hubs. Cool, okay. So that should sort us right out. That should sort us right out. The hyperloop is going to be online in just a second. That's pretty good. And of course, we've got the added benefit of, by using landers, we actually have an inbuilt amount of power, which is very, very nice indeed. Pretty darn happy about that. It's been prioritized accordingly. Do we want to get 1 additional landing site? You know what? We'll get an additional landing site just to be on the safe side, eh? Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Are we still doing okay for worker drones? We're still doing absolutely fine for worker drones. Nothing bad to report on the worker drone front. This maintenance facility is going to suck resources up. But will get us very, very close to actually having it built. So that's really, really nice. Very, very nice indeed. There we go. Worker hub is built. And we just need electronics over here. Cool. Okay, I think this is actually quite a good idea. You know, of all of the ideas that I've had, this ranks up there. Sincerely. Let's see if this little landing site can make do getting the rest of these worker hubs up and running. I don't think that we should have any problems there. It's cool. Where's the iron source for this lander? Is it over there? That's pretty grim. Iron source for this lander is over here. I hate how the iron sources spawn below water in some places, depending on your placement. It's very, 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 very awkward. Can be very, very inconvenient. I mean, yep, we're ready to go. We're just waiting for the electronics over here. Hyperloop is now up and running. That's, I mean, singularly brilliant. There we go. And then we will have a mega hyperloop here, actually. Speaking of the hyperloop, we need one more connection. Do we really need one more connection? Yeah, I think we'll need one more connection. Yeah, I think we'll need one more connection to get it out over there. I think that that hyperloop station has broken down for some reason. I don't know why, but it has. Irritatingly. It's fine. We got a polymer from somewhere. Don't know where we got the polymer from. Kidnapped it, clearly. Either way, our number of workers should start to go through the roof very, very suddenly. In fact, and also we're able to make this journey now. I think we're able to make the journey all the way across to the old base. So as soon as we get the maintenance facilities up and running, we should be ready to dispatch all of the drones. And maintenance facilities are like a couple of resources tops away from being done. There we go. This is it, right? This is it. This is the one. This is the one. I sincerely think that this is going to work, and I'm really, really hoping that because our buildings are now no longer flammable. Oh, look at that. We're running resources right the way across the base. I don't know where that drone has come from. But apparently they're around. Okay, let's reconnect this all, and let's not squander our resources, eh? Let's not squander our resources. Did I get an additional landing site? We do have an additional landing site that is probably on in the works. Yeah, okay. So we got that ship that's being built at the moment. Fine. Fine. Just complete this maintenance facility and we are good. We have plenty of resources. We have plenty of resources. With the exception of maintenance drones, we should be completely fine. As soon as we link up. We're also going to need to get that hyperloop station, as I've already mentioned, in place. Yeah, sure. Right over there. Cool. Presumably that will be within maintenance range once it comes back up online. Right, prioritize the construction of that. Electronics. It says that we got plenty of electronics, but I mean, I know that that's a lie. Oh, come on. Really? Please, prioritize the maintenance facility. This maintenance facility is really, really, really important. It is very, very important. If only you realized, video game, how gosh darn important this maintenance facility actually was. It's the only way that we can get the entirety of the base back together. The entirety of the base, the entirety of the band back together. Okay, we need to deconstruct this maintenance facility as well. Or at least, we need to connect it up. Let's connect it up, actually. There we go. With a brand new worker hub as well. It's going to help out. Okay, landing site. Landing site doesn't help, unfortunately, with anything. You know what? Let's plonk down a landing site over here. The reason being is that we're going to be able to start deconstruction of all of these pesky bioproducts that I built ages and ages and ages ago. And maybe it'll give us an extra worker in the area to help out, you know? I don't know. Maintenance facility. Please, dear goodness. Okay, that's the electronic piece arriving. The bit of polymer is a little bit further afield. Okay, good. We'll build an aluminium mine over here, I guess, if that's... You just don't want to do anything, do you? You don't want to do anything. says it's at 100% load. I don't know what 100% load means. It's meaningless. It is entirely meaningless. Okay. How many worker drones is that? 136. I think that we're starting to see a repopulation of the worker drones over here. Like, if we have a little look at the traffic interface, you can see that some of them have got worker drones, but they just need power, I think, which is kind of weird to consider, but I think that it's actually legit. Maintenance facility is not operating. However, did I... Oh, no. We need it to be powered, don't we? It's just out with the power range. There we go. Let's get that done. Let's get that done. Let's get that done. Go, 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 go. Hyperloop is so close to being done as well. Up to 147 workers. 146 now. But, I mean... The good news is that as soon as the maintenance drones are unleashed and we're able to repair all of these worker hubs, everyone is going to immediately be able to get back to work. It may cause chaos. It may cause a severe amount of lag. But you know what? We will have to endure for the sake of finishing this freaking game and finishing the freaking DIPOLE thing up. Literally just the solar panel video game. That's all that we need. That's all that we need. I should have plonked the lander down here, to be honest. I should have considered the fact that we'll need power for the maintenance facility. I should have considered that. I didn't. It's my bad. Although the good news is that we are ever so close to having all of the resources nearby. You know, the resources are tracking as being just nearby and ready to go. So if we can just get them delivered, then that'd be excellent. There we go. Come on, video game. This is it. This is the moment. You're squandering your opportunity to get back into my good books. Uranium. We're moving uranium across here? Hey! Okay, alright. Immediately all of the drones are heading across there. Look at that. Okay, all 141 of them. This is it. This is the big reconquering of the old base. This is it. This is it, folks. This is it. I'm telling you. This is what's gonna freaking happen. 168. Okay, we are going absolutely crazy on the worker production front. That's bonkers. Love to see it. Love to see it. We're going to need more power, obviously. As soon as all of this stuff actually, you know, starts to drain everything, then we're absolutely going to need more power. But the space elevator is within my reach. Absolutely within my reach. No longer should maintenance be a ridiculously complex fire engulfing process. Engulfed in fire process. I think that this is going to be absolutely adequate, and hopefully we're gonna you know, need occasional maintenance drone activity. We're not gonna need altogether too much. We're not gonna need altogether too much maintenance drone oversight here. But this is looking good. This is looking really, really good. We're back down to 71 maintenance drones. I mean, look, we knew that this would happen. We just need to make sure, right? We just need to make sure that the... Oh. That was not good. Oh, that was just it's just a wind power thing. We just need to make absolutely certain, right? We need to make absolutely certain that this base doesn't start to atrophy because the rest of the base is in danger. I think that this is an okay position to be in. I mean, I've said that before, but I mean, I'll say it again. We just need the space elevator, and then we're pretty much there. 182 workers. I don't want to get complacent because I know for a fact that we've been in this position before. Is there a power issue? Looks like there's a power issue here. I mean, fine, I guess. It should hopefully come back up online in a second. Otherwise, I guess this little network is gonna be set to fend for itself. I mean, already it looks like there's a, you know, pretty big improvement over here. Yeah, but there are power issues. There are power issues. Is there Yeah, there is a connection. There is a actually, no, there's not a connection. That's really interesting to note. That's really, really interesting to note. And without our fully repaired power infrastructure, we're going to probably continue to have problems. Let's throw down a fission plant here. Or two. There we go. Throw down a fission plant or two. Good stuff. See if that makes any difference. Areological scanner. I mean, that can absolutely be turned off. We do not need any more areological scanning activity. Big no. Big no. Drone hive. That can be disassembled. Make sure that that's turned off. Don't consume any power. Biodome. That's already set for deconstruction. 194 workers. That's really, really good. Maintenance drones, 106. But again, it's because they're accumulating over here. They're not being allowed to spread into the rest of the base. Actually, no, tell a lie. It looks like they are allowed to spread into the rest of the base. Okay, weird, but good. I mean, that makes the number of 120 maintenance drones look even more impressive given the context of that then. Oxygen release plant. Absolutely get that scrapped. Absolutely get this oxygen release plant scrapped as well. I will not tolerate any more oxygen being released into the atmosphere. Do we have... Yeah, we do. We do have a Hyperloop connection over here. Cool. And then a Hyperloop connection... Oh, come on. There we go. Another Hyperloop connection over there. I think that we have the resources that we need. Is the space elevator... Is the space elevator prepared? It doesn't actually necessarily need to be prepared. We don't even need to have it prepared. We can straight up just start it working. That is something that we can do very, very easily indeed. Okay, what is that? 200, 204, 206, 206 traffic. We're getting there. We're freaking getting there. This entire side of the base is fixed, which is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. And still 86 maintenance drones, 87 maintenance drones. Pretty happy with that, to be honest. Pretty darn happy with that. Pretty darned happy with that. What's in the storage facility? Nothing much. A little bit of uranium over here for the fission plants. We actually have plenty of uranium there. I should really be building on every single source that I see. I should also start to deconstruct some of the buildings that are useless. Yeah. Again, you know, this is not the way that the game wants you to play. The game wants you to play having small bases, you know, spread out, maybe linked by a Hyperloop, nothing more. Right. So I should be able to zoom out here. Very laggy game. Very, very laggy game. Click on the magnetic dipole shield. Space elevator 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. All spaceports occupied? Yes. However, should be good. Okay, what up?
Hi, Amy. Do you hear what I hear?
What do you hear?
I apologize, Sana. I cannot hear anything.
Exactly. That's the sound of peace. No attacks, no enemies, just life settling back in.
Yeah.
I could get used to this. Thanks for making it possible. Anyway, let's get back on track with the mission, shall we?
Yes, it's only been 120 years.
Plant life now, but we've got to shield the planet to reduce the full effect of the sun on the Martian atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's been about 4 billion years since Mars lost its magnetic field.
Well, 4 billion,
So we need to
120
figure out
years.
how to get one back.
I may have a method to look into. There are theories on how to generate a Martian magnetic field dating back centuries. I have located the most plausible one. It involves launching a spaceship covered with solar panels.
It's just that simple, eh?
If we position it right, it will produce enough energy to create a magnetic field.
It's just that simple.
Sounds interesting.
Shall I proceed with that?
Sure, let's give it a try.
Yeah, that's a pretty big
You can
decision.
set the project into motion on the tech tree. I'll get our researchers on it.
It's already
Fingers
done.
crossed that this is it.
It's already done. What have the humans ever done for me, honestly, in this mission? Okay, colonist limit plus 50,000. I mean, who gives a hoot about colonists? Open city, maybe to do research faster. I don't really care. I think we just go bioengineered animals, and then we be happy with that. I don't think that we need anything faster, to be honest. I think that everything is going well. 232 workers, 98 maintenance drones. Things are looking up. Things are looking okay. Greenhouse gas plants. That can be deconstructed. That can be deconstructed. Hyperloop stations. Hyperloop stations are looking good. The only thing that I really care about. No, this drone hive. Yeah, we set that drone hive up for deconstruction. That's cool. The only thing that we really care about is making sure that we have enough maintenance facilities to do all of the maintenance that is required. There's still rather a lot of activity over here, but that's completely fine. We've got plenty of resources coming through. Have we launched the space elevator yet, perchance? Oh man, it's dicey. Space elevator, let's get that prioritized. There we go. Look at that. All of the thousands and thousands of resources now heading towards the space elevator. 30 launches, by the way. 30 freaking launches. Okay, look, if we don't prioritize it, literally nothing happens. That's kind of crazy. I really don't think that we're going to have enough electronics to make this happen. Or enough parts, actually. In fact, I know that we're not going to. I mean, we need, what, 300 electronics and 300 parts? Actually, we should be totally fine. We should be totally fine with that. Yeah, you know what? Throw that back into motion. Space elevator. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, space elevator. It's very, very exciting. Okay, 107 maintenance repair drones. When we start to see this number crest like 150, that's when I'll be happy. That's when I'll be confident that we've returned to this main base to stay. I unbelievably think we'll have to find out what happens in the thrilling conclusion in the next video. It's been incredible. It's been incredible. I actually cannot believe that we are about to complete this, and I actually cannot believe that the game is as laggy as it is. But the space elevator stuff is looking good. We got a breathable atmosphere. All we need to do is just get a big old solar panel in front of the sun, and apparently the video game will like that very much, which would be excellent. I too would like that very much, video game, if indeed that was something that you would allow. Goodness gracious me, it's laggy. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for all the support over on the Patreon page, patreon.com/showbutapotato. Thanks to Banana Nanana, C Senpai, and Aurelio for being the 3 $25 plus tier patrons. Look at me playing in the background. I'm connecting up some Hyperloop stations. Thank you for all the support over on the Patreon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.